Hello, everyone, and welcome to Edge Talks, a space where we bring conversations that give you the edge you need in your learning journey. I'm your host for today, Asmita Rekha Bora. To tell a little bit about myself, I was a civil servant with the government of Assam from 2019, where I cracked my Assam State PCS exam, till 2024, when I decided to step away from the service and start my own academy named Sandpaper. So today I'm truly excited because we have a guest who needs no introduction. A guest whose work has shaped the civil service journey for a lot of aspirants, including myself. An economist, an author, and overall a teacher. With us we have Sri Ramesh Singh, sir. Thank you for being with us, sir.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the session. And uh, thank you, Asmita, for inviting me for this podcast.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. We will, today in this conversation, we will try to demystify and ease the subject of economics a little bit. And we will start with a question session. Sir, the first question that I like to ask you, which also was a question when in my mind when I was reading your book, that
Yes,
what led you to write the book that you wrote, The Indian Economy, which has proven to be the cornerstone for the preparation of so many civil service aspirants?
I see. I see. Quite interesting question. Huh? So, actually, uh, inspiration and the reason why I went for this book, actually, it was basically late 1980s when my friends were taking civil services. So, I saw they were normally referring those books which are prescribed for university exams. Huh? And there had been few quite popular teachers at Delhi School of Economics who had written great work on Indian economy. Huh? So one among them was basically Datan Sundaram. Huh? That was a very bulky book and that was developed by both of their scholars for the university exam, graduation and PG. And that was widely popular across the country. That is still popular in its domain. So and the by the time I was passing out from my Delhi School of Economics campus, so I found that not only that the right book was not available for civil services aspirants, but side by side there was a big confusion, misconceptions about economics. Huh? Some used to feel it is all about fact. Some used to feel it is all about concept. Then few used to feel that you need to only manage the current affairs, like a variety of confusion. By 1988, by 1989, I had become kind of popular among my junior friends and among seniors also, what to ask of my batchmates. So they used to drop at my home and my residence in my hostel room to have their queries clear related to economics. In the meantime, it was by the time 1991 balance of payment crisis in India went for economic reforms. So I thought that I should develop a book. And imagine that the seeds of the book were shown in 1991-92. And by the time it was 2006, I was going to publish a thin book from my own publication house because by that time I was already running a publication house, Aquarian Books, which had few successful books. In the meantime, McGraw Hill came with a proposal and they simply snatched the book from my table. This is how the book came. So the main purpose was ki providing only those and enough and sufficient adequate material with, you can say, simple explanation, which can help those also to understand economics who don't come from the background of economics. That was the main challenge. And
Yes, sir.
by the time I was already taking classes at my own center, so I used the experience and practice of my classroom and tried to provide those things and tips in my book. And
Yes, sir.
this is the way how this book basically was written, and it became quite popular within
Yes.
in the first edition itself, 2007, 2008. So this is how this whole thing began.
It's actually a great feat, sir. How many books do we know that have like maintain their so legendary status for the like
It
30
is.
years and more. That's a
It is
great,
just God's grace, or you can
yes.
say
And your
the
grace as well, sir. Yes.
the labor done
So,
in the right direction.
yes. So we understood that you had like morning the day was actually what we understood from your story, that your college itself gave you the idea that you had a knack
Yes,
of
yes,
it.
yes,
So
yes,
from
yes.
your college experience and also your off-campus experience where you were teaching students, can you tell us a few gaps that you found out where, like in learning economics that students were
Yes,
facing?
yes, yes. Actually, the daily School of Economics is a center of advanced study, and even still it is Asia's number one center of advanced study. So there, the main purpose is, you can say, grooming policy makers and economists of tomorrow, and their focus remains on grooming into, and you can say, producing world-class teachers and academicians. Up here, the approach in civil services and the aims are quite different. Okay, it is possible that an economist who is quite popular at the campus of Delhi School of Economics, he might not be so popular if he start teaching in this exam. Who knows better than you? Okay, because the same thing, same concept, same idea, same theory of economics, they are studied differently at university level, and they are studied differently at the exam level,
Yes.
that particular in the bureaucratic exam.
True.
There your focus is on theory, practice. Here, your approach is not required to be academic. You are supposed to understand the concept, not as an academician, but just as an, you can say, applicator.
Yes.
Okay, you will need to apply things.
Yes.
This is the main differentiator. Otherwise, economics is same. My book is now widely referred at almost all IIMs, IITs outside India. I
Yes.
know because I receive mails from across the country by now, right from Tokyo to Kuala Lumpur to Washington to where not. Okay. It means that this book is being referred there also. And they ask particular query about the book, ki, why you did not cover this thing, why you covered this thing. So I reply them, ki, actually this book is not developed for the university exams or the course, whatever you are doing. This book was developed for the civil services aspirants of
Exactly.
India. And
Yes.
every year the book and its contents are fine-tuned
Yes.
to remain relevant. So
That's
this is
true.
the major differentiator.
Okay.
Economics is same,
Yes.
but the way we approach to the subject economics, it is
Yes.
quite different. Quite different.
Yes, sir. So, like we were very, when we were younger in school, we were all scared of maths.
Yes.
And when we moved on to this competitive exam scenario, now we are scared of economics. So, why do you think that this
This
fear
is
is there in the minds
this
of
is
students?
this is a general problem. Look,
Yes,
actually,
yes,
this is not the problem of India only or civil
yes.
service aspirant. Actually, economics is considered a very boring data-based subject, है ना?
A
And
lot of numbers.
it has been called dismal science also by Carlyle, Thomas Carlyle. But he
Okay.
has different perspective. The reason he called it dismal science. But the one story is that what happens, uh, what we do to read any new thing, we buy a basic book and try to read the book and try to understand the subject. What goes wrong with economics? When non-economists pick a popular book or a good book suggested by anybody in attempt to understand what economics is. So what they come to see in the book, they see data, stories, concepts, and concepts not clarified. That creates a kind of barrier. Huh?
Yes, yes, sir.
At times they feel economics is all about data. At times they feel economics is all about concepts. And the concept which I am not able to understand. These things emerge as kind of multiple barriers. That is why the students or the people who come from non-economics background, they consider economics very difficult. In my classroom experience, the first day in counseling also, a student always keep asking this question, ki, sir, I have never read economics. Economics is the toughest subject for me. And I find this question and this expression from cutting across the discipline. Students who come from science background, who come from arts background, IITians, IIM, even doctors, all say same thing. But
Yes.
I, to cool them down, say, "Okay, look, economics is not as difficult your course as IIT was. It is not rocket science, okay? But why it became difficult? Okay, when you try to understand a concept, you read definitions of the concept time and again. But reading definition won't give you understanding of the concept. If
True.
somebody helps you to make understand the concept, or you yourself crack the nut, either way, you will find economics getting easier. In the first day of the class, I tell my student, okay, stop thinking economics is difficult. Okay, we will solve the riddles of economics like this very easily. And day by day, after a few days, a student become at ease. And they know if sir has picked a concept, he will simplify it to the extent nobody will say ki, I am not comfortable with this concept. So these are few barriers, Asmita. That is why economics look you quite difficult. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, with that experience, I'll ask at the next question. What are the foundational concepts that an aspirant should clear, or any student who has not come from the economics background and trying
Yes,
to study economics?
yes,
Like,
yes.
are there some few foundational concepts that should be cleared first before we deep
Uh,
dive into the subject?
look, I will give you two answers of the same question. The first is that ki, uh, coming first to my class, ki, what how I teach. Huh? So in my courses, I did never take separate classes for basics of economics and in economics. I simply begin with a story. And on the main page of the discussion remains the course and syllabus. And on the margins, I make them understand economics. And first I use the term and then I clarify the term. This is the style which I follow. And now, what the beginners should do, what the aspirants should do. Aspirants should basically familiarize themselves with few concepts of economics by just going through NCRT books of 11th and 12th. There are three books you must be knowing.
Yes, sir.
11th standard has got one book, that is economic development, Indian economic development, and 12th standard has got two books, that is microeconomics
Macro
and
and micro.
macroeconomics.
Yes,
Up
sir.
now the issue is that those who don't come from background of economics, 12th standard book becomes very difficult for them. So what I advise them, you first read 11th standard. That is exactly what your syllabus is for UPSC, but not that much only
Yes, sir.
at a very higher level. Huh?
Yes,
But
yes.
you get a glance. Okay, so these things are asked in the name of economics of India. Okay. But in examination, economics is also what? Global economics questions are asked on global
Also
economics,
asked.
and
Yes.
that too quite updated. And NCRTs are outdated. So you
Yes.
cannot consider that this is a kind of coursework. But
Yes.
at least you will be able to familiarize yourself to what comes inside
Mm.
Indian economy. है ना?
Yes,
Now
sir.
coming to 12th standard. 12th standard book, basically, I advise a student that you read this to just have a touch. What are the fundamental terms? What are the concepts? Even if you are not able to understand. In my case, when my students are attending my courses, so I tell them that you have not to read anything. Come blank. When you go home, read my book. If my book has discussed something on this topic, otherwise sleep. Huh? When course is done, then I tell them that now course is finished. You are free to read anything and everything. You will be able to understand anything. Since I have stopped you from reading NCRT, now you can give a reading through NCRT books now. They enjoy because now they are familiar with concept.
It
I
becomes
have
easier.
I have analyzed all concepts. Same concepts come there. And now
Yes.
they say, yes, sir, now I am very comfortable with the books of 12th standard. So this should be the approach. Students also to do the same thing. They
Okay.
should know what concepts in economics ordinarily come. Which
Okay.
concepts even children of school know up to
Yes, sir.
12th standard. This is
Yes.
the reason why we advise aspirants to refer NCERT, because
NCR.
at least even school children should know this much.
True,
You
sir.
have
True.
to know more than that, है ना?
Yes.
But that is
Yes.
a kind of
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
key to economics, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes. So now I'll ask the next question, sir. So you have been with the UPSC prep for about 3 decades now. Like we
Three
have
decades,
30
yes, yes,
years of
yes.
experience.
It was
Sir,
1995 when I began.
1995, we're close to 3 decades then.
Yes, 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 yes.
Sir, what have you observed some changes in UPSC's approach when it is approaching economics?
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, the change has not occurred only in economics. Huh? The change has occurred in the overall scheme of
Overall.
the examination. Huh? If you have
Yes.
if you have seen the documents, Asmita, they will come to know that in 2010, last time the syllabus for PT was changed, है ना?
Changed.
In which CSET was introduced,
Introduced, yes.
optionals in PT were dropped, है ना?
Yes, yes, sir.
So in Parliament, one MP asked a question to the DOPT minister. कि what were the reasons why syllabus has been changed, है ना? And government has announced that soon the main exam syllabus and pattern will also be changed. It was
Changed.
announced, which was done in 2013.
Okay.
Out of two, one optional was dropped, with which we are continuing even today,
Today.
2025. I now see the story. So the DOPT minister was Mr. Prithviraj Chauhan, who became after a few years Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Huh?
Rashtra.
The
Yes.
DOPT minister replied in Parliament that this syllabus has been changed due to three reasons. Huh? Two reasons were, one were connected to scaling, another was connected to, you can say, the pattern, the knack, like of that, and the third was connected to the very theory and pedagogy on which the exam was based. He says that actually UPSC has been successfully selecting very worthy candidates for India's bureaucracy, this and that. He thanks the UPSC, but he told that actually uh, the way world is changing and the way our requirements have changed, now we need to switch over from rote learning to application-based learning.
Based learning.
Rote
Yes.
means cramming, है ना? So this,
Memorization.
yes, it was one of the three reasons why syllabus was changed. It means कि if you have crammed everything, if you have been preparing following the theory of rote learning by rote, then it will become difficult to qualify. Now the method has shifted to application-based learning.
Based learning.
Application-based learning. Ki the things you are learning, will you be able to apply them? Okay. Up now, how I differentiate between these two
Theory and
thinkings,
application.
learning. See, when it was based on rote learning, at men's level, we were writing answers, emphasis on writing. When it has shifted to application-based learning, we are not writing question. We are required to create answer.
Yes.
We are not supposed to write answers. We are supposed to create answers.
Create
And
answers.
your own perception, your own understanding, these things will be at play. This is the fundamental difference. That is why you see in the PT exam or in main exam, questions are almost same. They are asked on same topics, the same economic challenges, same policy challenges, same social challenges. But the questions are now based more on your understanding.
Yes.
You are not
Give the
supposed
idea.
you are not supposed to play only with the facts.
True.
Now the story is that you are supposed to know the fact as well as the depth of the fact. You should understand. Huh? You should
Yes, sir. Yes.
understand. This
Not
is
a,
the,
yes, sir.
this is the fundamental difference. Huh?
That is very observable right now. And it took some time to students actually to shift from rote learning
Yes,
to analytical because people were not understanding what was
not
going on
understand.
and they
And
were
now,
studying from the old
and
pattern.
now those candidates who are basically thinking kind of people, creative kind of people, their time has come.
Yes,
Their
yes,
time has come.
yes. Things have become a little easier for them, especially in
Yes,
teams. Yes, sir.
yes,
That's true.
yes.
That's true.
Ah.
Sir, now I will like to ask you that current affairs is also a very big part
Big,
of civil service prep,
yes.
and I will really like to understand how to connect the current affairs that we find in newspaper
Mm.
and our economics concept. Is
Yes.
there a way to connect both?
This is a big question which aspirants keep asking. Now the issue is that suppose my subject economics. Huh? So the reality is that till a student is not known what sort of things I am supposed to study and prepare for economics. You won't be able to connect economics with the current events. Suppose कि I am teaching in classroom inflation. Huh? So I discuss on inflation for around 5 to 6 days. Huh? And I advise a student कि on inflation we can study great many things. But there is some reason that is why I am telling you a particular kind of a story on inflation. So whatever topics and subtopics I am writing on the whiteboard, they should be your guideline. Okay, only these things you have to study. Once discussion on inflation ended, I give them highlight of some of the PYQs and some new questions which I have created. Okay, see the questions. Try
Okay.
to solve this. Then and there in the classroom. And the time I say your inflation is done. Now from tomorrow, in your newspaper, whenever a news appears on inflation, it could be on any angle, any part of inflation, but my students are very much able to understand that this news on inflation is of my use. This news is not of use. What I actually wanted to tell you, Asmita, till a student is not clear about what I have to study in economics, he or she won't be able to point out what is news for me today in the newspaper. This is
Yes,
the challenge. It means till general studies preparation is not complete, reading newspaper doesn't help much. And
true, true, sir.
what students do, they start preparation of civil services, whether they go to coaching or not, whether they have completed economics course themselves or
Or
not.
not.
They start reading newspaper.
That's true. We did it too. We
they
did
don't
it too.
they don't get anywhere. Right?
True,
Why
sir.
I'm reading this thing? What is news for me and what is
Yes.
not a news for me? So I say a student in the very first class, when I ask a student after my session, कि
Yes, sir.
anybody has any query, but this question appears there. कि how to read newspaper. Okay. हम just wait. है ना? Wait.
True.
After 8 to 9 days, one of them will ask me, sir, please tell me how to read newspaper. हम कि wait. ऐसे
Yes,
करके I spend around 2 weeks time.
yes, sir.
On 16th day, I asked them, does anybody want to know how to read newspaper? तो no, sir. Okay, now whatever we have discussed in class, you
Yes,
must be seeing news items appearing in newspaper. So, yes, sir. So do you know now what is important for you? What is not important for you? Okay, very little bit news you get in newspaper for economics.
true, sir.
Main news is survey and budget. These two
Yes,
documents.
yes, sir.
Main news creators are economic survey and budget.
And
That
budget,
remains the
yes.
fundamental news for coming 1 year. Then
Yes.
a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, something announced by
Small
RBI,
little
something
bit.
announced by Ministry of Commerce,
Yes,
something by Ministry of Finance. Just have an eye on them and keep thinking, "Okay, was this discussed in classroom? Yes, I need to pick one or two sentences and jot down in my diary. This
true,
is
sir.
what happens.
True, sir.
So
Sir,
what I want, let me conclude. It means
yes, sir.
once a student come to know what I am supposed to study in the name of environment, in the name of polity, in the name of economy, the day they start understanding what is news for me in today's newspaper.
True,
This is
sir.
the
True.
clue.
Very true, sir. So when I started preparing, I was also preparing for UPSC. Then I got
Yes.
into state and then got left out. But when I was preparing for UPSC, and now I feel like a folly that I started with Economic Times. And,
Oh,
and I was like, somebody told me in the library that we are supposed to study economic times. It is super
no,
important.
no, 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 no,
And then it took me, it shook me, and like, what is going on? What is in the paper? And now
no.
it is making sense why I was not understanding the
Yes.
paper at all.
You are supposed to read one national daily, not
Yes,
economic
sir.
times.
Yes.
Economic times, its name is economic times.
Yes, sir.
Economic policies, government policies appear there also. But
Yes.
they are covered in hardly, I think, 5 to 7% of the area.
Okay.
95% area are covered with business economics.
Yes, sir. Yes. True.
From
And
where you find questions asked in PT rarely.
very rarely, very
Very,
rarely.
very
Yes,
rarely.
sir. Yes, sir.
On the name
And
of company or
true,
product, kind of that
true.
questions we find, but rarely.
I still have this whole book where I have made notes of economic times.
No,
Then,
no,
when
no.
I wrote my mains, I realized what a big waste of time
Look,
it was.
I keep reading. I keep great many things on economics, great many things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
When time comes to new newspaper, so that I remain useful on my students who are preparing for civil services, I don't purchase economic times. The hard copy I purchased two newspapers, English Daily. You must be knowing the names of
Yes,
those two
yes,
newspapers.
yes,
And
sir.
rest, I am online subscriber of Business Standard,
Yeah.
Wall Street Journal, then Economic Time, great many newspapers. है ना?
That's for your
But
interest, I think.
very for
Yes.
my satisfaction.
Interest,
Okay.
yes, sir.
But I make it a very clear decision that the knowledge I gain from these sources, I have not to share with my students. I have to revolve my aspirants and students around the government news and government
Yes,
doc,
yes,
because this exam is uh, conducted by Government of India. This exam revolves around government ideas, government policies, and government documents.
yes,
My
sir.
book is based on government documents.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
questions come from government document.
Government,
And a
yes.
student feel that this has come from Ramesh Sir book.
Mm.
This is a confusion. Okay?
That's also good, sir. That's also true. Now, related to your book, sir. So,
Yes.
you have a courseware on Indian
Yes.
economics
Yes. Yes.
magazine.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
how do you think that courseware will be useful for
Yes,
UPSC
yes, yes.
aspirants?
It was a new concept. Actually, my book, which I am still saying book, it was basically changed from being just a book to a courseware. The courseware, the concept is this, key, this is not just a kind of non-dynamic book. It is a kind of dynamic contribution which keeps changing over the time. But how it will change? Because book is published once in a year. है ना?
Yes,
It changes because you must be knowing that this book has got 40 videos
yes,
prepared by me. है ना?
yes, sir.
Up now, in the upcoming new edition, it will have many more videos. And the idea is that across the year, many videos of the author, that is me, will be added in the book.
Courseware.
They might be on the current affairs, any burning issue, the geopolitics of today's time and India's economy, challenges which India faces today due to changing geopolitics, such kind of things. Okay. So we have not been able to do much in this regard by now, but the next edition will show the real flavor. Okay, oh, this is why it is not being called just a book. It is
Yes,
more than a book. It is beyond a book. It is courseware.
courseware. Yes.
So with the help
Sir,
of QR code and with the help of app, that is McGraw Hill Edge
yes,
platform,
yes,
through that platform, a student will be able to connect to me. They ask their query, live webinars, live seminars.
yes,
That will be, you can say, including all latest information and developments in the domain of economics and Indian economics. This is why we call this courseware. It is a kind of
courseware.
course in itself.
I was today thinking, I think courseware is a new word, or I think it's a made thing by McGraw Hill, and it's a concept is extremely important for students who will be
Yes, yes.
connecting with it.
It is
Uh,
necessary. It is
true,
necessary
true,
for the
sir.
students and readers.
Yes, sir. So now I will ask you another very to the point question for UPSC. that if a student is trying to revise economics in the last 30 to 60 days before PT, so
Yes.
would you advise a schedule or a plan in a way that the revision can be done in the most comprehensive manner?
Yes. You mean only economics, na? All subjects, or
Only
you can say
economics.
all subjects.
Overall also works
No
outside.
issue, no issue.
Yes.
Understand. Actually, the last 30 days or 40 days or whatever one has targeted are very crucial. Uh, that period is not made for reading anything new. Hmm. So, revision is connected to what contents you have developed yourself or what contents you have collected from the market. Huh? Once it is final, ki now I don't need to read anything new. Everything is at your disposal on your table, approachable to you. Now you have to plan ki which subject I forget fastly, which subject I forget with a time lag. है ना? So
Yes,
those
sir.
subjects which students forget fastly, they should go for more revisions.
Revision. True.
And those subjects which a little bit stays longer in mind, in the memory, those areas need less frequent revisions. So what students should do, कि according to their own situation, they should plan a revision. You can say they should have a revision plan. And when it is 30 days to PT or 40 days to PT, uh, serious aspirants are quite aware, quite tuned, and they
True.
are in a kind of awakened situation. You have yourself cracked the civil service exam and your any state civil service and UPSC, they are not much different. Okay,
Yes, sir.
level is same, syllabus is same.
Same.
Your attention is required same, everything same. Just
Yes.
to say कि you clear Assam public service, somebody clear UPSC. Okay, if you try, you can clear that also. That is not a big deal. Huh? I know
Yes.
this thing very well. So what happens basically, कि once it is 30 to 40 days of the last, for 30 to 40 days, aspirants are normally in a quite awakened situation. So they don't have any thirst. They feel no hunger kind of that. They don't go for saving. You don't
Yes.
wash your hair. Hana?
Yes.
You think, कि, okay, one week, once in a week shampoo is enough. Even
Yes, sir.
for the girls who have longer hairs, you can
Yes, sir.
you need to manage your
True,
hair.
true.
So you pass time. You don't know. I
Yes,
have to
sir.
be focused. Okay.
Yes.
So that time is कि from 8 hours to 12 hours. I know a student कि they contribute 14 hours on revision. So the first mantra is कि more you revise, better you perform. And with revision, one extra thing should be added. Revision should be not done only of the notes. Revision should be done with the help of questions also.
That's what I was about to ask you, sir, in
Yes,
terms of
yes.
marks.
हाँ,
Yes.
तो topical PYQs and few current questions. हाँ, कि suppose a current news came on this topic. So what sort of objective questions might be created by the setter on this or around this? So
Yes, sir.
keep thinking and keep introspecting. It means revision should be not helping in recalling the information, but it should be helping to recall your practice because
True.
you have to ultimately crack the question
Yes,
and
sir.
answer and gola bharna hai like that. है ना?
Mm.
Can I take liberty to speak little bit Hindi also?
Of course, sir. Of course. Why
One
not?
word.
Yes.
Are you comfortable with Hindi?
Yes, yes, I'm comfortable.
The people from Assam are very comfortable. Huh?
Hi.
They are
Yes, sir.
very comfortable. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So I am very familiar. Few of my students have been very successful students there. And my friend, my batchmate is there in your state, ADGP,
Okay, sir.
SN Singh. You must have heard his name.
Yes,
SN
yes,
Singh.
we know, sir. We know,
Ah,
sir.
we are friends and relative also. Ah,
You're wonderful.
so people from Assam, they are very comfortable with Hindi. Ah.
Yes, yes.
And when they speak Hindi, their Hindi is a little bit kind of Bengali. है ना? Because Assamese
Yes, sir.
and
It's a little
Bengali
bit
language,
tough.
they are very similar, and
Yes,
even
yes, sir.
cultural similarities there,
Yes, there are similarities, sir.
food
Yes,
habits, all these things are there.
yes,
Huh?
sir.
So what I was saying, you कि revision plan must include MCQ.
True,
When
true.
you are revising for main exam, the revision plan must include answer writing.
Yes, sir.
It means ki practice is part of revision plan. Quicker you revise, better you will do. What I
Remember.
mean to say, ki suppose ki a material you revised in 7 days in first revision. After 10 days, when you go to revise the same material, if you are able to revise in 5 days, 3 days, 2 days, and 1 day, so your preparation becomes pinpointed.
Yes,
You
true.
will become a better performer on the day
Indeed.
of examination. This
Yes,
is the you can say secret of revision. Okay, revision means revision of not only information and knowledge, revision of practice also.
yes, sir.
Without practice, revision is useless,
Incomplete, yes.
incomplete. Huh?
Otherwise, they'll remember, and on the day of exam, they will not be able to like
Yes,
exactly point out what is the answer.
yes, yes.
Yes. And
That
all
is
the
the
answers, all the options look similar in the exam. They
you
look
get
the
you
same.
get confused. You get
Yes, sir.
confused.
Yes, sir.
So you should be revising and practicing, revising and practicing.
Practice.
Both should go back to back and side by side. Huh?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Sir, we are coming towards the end of the session, and
Huh.
I'll ask you one final question, sir. So, what would your advice be for the first time aspirants who are struggling with economy?
Yes. So the people who are, you can say, going for their first attempt, though it is already, you can say, November in.
Yes, sir.
So at this juncture, it is not good to advise them huge textbooks. है ना? For example,
Yes.
I cannot take the risk to advise them to read
It's
the
too
11th
short
and
time
12th
now.
standard NCRT,
Yes.
read India 2025. That time is gone.
Gone.
I will simply advise them कि if you have not taken a coaching, so have a look on the 10 years PYQs. How questions have been asked, what has been the design of question, what has been the nature of question, and read any one good book. I have also written one. है ना?
Absolutely,
Because
sir.
I have tried to cover,
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes.
I have tried to cover
Yes.
almost everything for the PT exam or main
True.
exam.
True,
And
sir.
those who are having enough time, suppose they are going to take the attempt of 2027, they have luxury of time. है ना?
Yes.
So they can go for methodical preparation, clearing all NCRTs, then India, minimum. Then
Yes.
advanced books, one for economy, one for polity, one for science tech, like that. Then they should be able to do justice their preparation. The people who are writing PT 2026, their countdown had already begun. Okay,
Done.
because PT is not a small game. है ना?
Yes.
Because
Elimination game, sir.
elimination gap, and there are multiple misconceptions in the mind of freshers. Because few toppers told something, ki I prepared for PT only 3 months, only four
Yes,
months.
yes.
Are those toppers recall and they have in their memory only the attempt in which they cleared.
Yeah, yes, sir. You've
Okay.
been doing it since 2, 3 years back.
Right.
Yes,
So
sir.
don't take this lightly because your
True.
whole preparation get wasted if you don't clear PT.
Yes, sir.
That is
Absolutely.
why we have begun a PT focused batch just yesterday. Yesterday
True.
I was busy. That is why today I will be busy taking online and offline classes. So we believe that those who are taking first attempt, they should prepare by November end, and by December they should become serious. It doesn't mean you have to stop preparing for May.
Means
Suppose your preparation, you are able to spare 10 hours time for preparation of civil services. The 6 hours should go to PT
PT.
from December and 4 hours on mains.
Okay, sir.
February onwards, you cut the time of mains and focus
Means
more on the
yes.
PT. But
Absolutely,
those who
prelims.
are
Yes.
going to take PT 2026, if they can manage, they should read NCRT or 12 fastly. Then Economic Survey 24-25.
Yes,
Then
sir.
budget 25-26.
True.
Wait for the
Yes.
new survey and new budget, read them also, and
Yes.
take help of my book. Keep in
Yes, sir.
touch with the newspaper, current news. That is enough.
Yes, sir.
That is
So,
enough. Right?
yes, sir, actually, what you said was also done. I cracked it in 2019, so it is quite a year back, but we
Uh,
did the same thing as you told. That
Naturally,
the
naturally.
budget, even the timeline was same, and
Yes.
it worked out for us. I think it worked out with all the other students who will stick with the
You,
plan.
you you must be able to groom your student in a very better way because you
Yes,
have been yourself civil servant. Huh?
yes,
And I have heard that your spouse is also civil servant.
yes, yes. He was also joined recently in our academy. I started last year. He has joined recently, and we are together making it work.
So where which post he is holding
So
now?
we call it circle officer and executive magistrate.
Yes, yes, yes,
It's
certainly.
called tehsildar and
Yes,
executive
yes,
magistrate
yes, yes,
outside.
yes.
So we both were that till our last held post was that. We worked for
Yes.
5 years, then we both quit and
So
started this.
you are in a better position to groom
Yes,
the students of your state, not
yes.
only for Assam Public Service Commission, but for UPSC also.
We are hoping so, sir. We are
Ah,
hoping, yes, sir.
so sure, keep in touch, huh?
Thank you, sir. Sir,
Keep in
with
touch.
this, we come to the end of the session. And it was an absolute honor to be able to talk to you because I have been reading your book, studying your book since 2016 when I started my prep. So it was an absolute honor. And I think all the students who heard us speaking today would be extremely benefited by the golden words of Ramesh Singh, sir.
I also find myself in a good position. One of my reader is in conversation with me. And in future also, you
Sure,
can
sir.
suggest time and I
Yes, sir.
will be happy to join you again. Okay? Thank you.
I'm very,
Thank
very
you.
happy.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
sir.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, students.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.